Getting started soon. Toss any links to cool stories into the Discord. Where's Waldo? Oh hi KBP. You sure? Huh.
Oh, hi. Hello. How you doing? My name is Waldo, and I am here to feel the politics with you. How's everybody doing today? I am doing good. I am doing great. It is nice and gray and dark and stormy out there, and I could not be happier. So happy that the weather finally turned. It's not summer anymore. It's dark and
Oh, hi.
gloomy. I love it. Shinsinto, what is it, 117 where you live? Shinsinto, probably? I know, right? Um, Valor, hey, how are you? Glad you're here. Uh, well, it's not really stormy so much as just overcast all the time. I live up in near Seattle, so it is dark and gloomy most of the time, and that's the way I like it. And
Cold
I'm
front only 95.
only 95 where you are. Okay, yeah, there's a cold front coming in. Very nice, very right. Uh, Bobo, he's running around behind me, but he got neutered on Thursday. Poor guy. Yeah, yeah. I got to hold him for a minute. But that just means you get to see him, so it's fine. Oh, here's his food. Oh, say hello to the people, Bobo. Say hi. No, she's leaving. Mom's leaving. You got to stay here with me. I know it's awful, terrible. Nobody wants to stay here with me. I get it. I dig it. I'm awful. She's trying to walk out the door, so I got to hold him. So what we're going to do today is I've got a handful of links to look at. I've got a handful of stories to talk about, but also I just had an idea probably 20 minutes ago of the 5 easy steps that you need to take to become the enemy from within. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. As you can see in the title, he doesn't care about me. He cares about her.
We love you, Bobo.
He barely likes me. He likes mom better. So when she's trying to leave, he doesn't want to stay here with me. So yeah, we're waiting patiently for her to leave. I wish she would hurry up because I have to hold him till she gets out the door, or else he's going to throw a fit and try and chase her out the door. So what I'm doing is being annoying. And anywho, so I'll try and keep streaming with the dog in your face. Okay, so yeah, I've got a handful of links. We've got some Trump stuff to look at. We've got some Kamala stuff to look at. We'll look at the polls. We'll see where the election is going, if it's going anywhere, and yeah, it'll be a good day. Glad you're here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Press the subscribe button, press the thumbs up, press the like, all those fun things. Press any button on your computer, honestly, while I'm on the screen, and it helps me out. It doesn't matter which button. Okay. I think I can put him down. Say goodbye, Bo. Bye bye. Bobo. Yeah, he got neutered the other day. Unlike Thursday, it was a bad day. He hated it. It was terrible, and it's not fun, and everybody dislikes it. And then he spent all day Friday and most of today, all day Thursday, all day Friday, just being miserable. He's never been sad before, so he didn't know what to do with it. He'd never been injured or bored or still, so he had to do a whole bunch of things. So he was very he was miserable. He was so sad. He didn't know anything that was going on. He didn't understand. He had no idea what was going on. Why would we hurt him? Why would we take him to this place? It was a whole thing. And lacking balls. That was the first time he'd ever been without them. So yeah, it was a whole thing. He's bounced back a bit today, though, because he didn't seem as miserable this morning. But I think we're doing better. We're doing fine. Just got to keep. He had the cone. I've got the cone down here. Well, I lost the cone. He had the cone, but he wiggled his way out of the little cone of shame pretty quickly. As soon as the anesthetic wore off, he just tore his head right out of that thing. Yeah, they like those things, but we got to do it. Had to be done. So let's get started with the title today. Why did I bring this up? Let's go over here, do the window cap screen. We'll turn on the window cap. We'll go here, and it should be right there. There we go. I got a new browser, by the way, Shinsinto. I got the Brave browser like you suggested, so that maybe the things will move faster. If they don't move fast today, if they start chugging, if my computer chugs, I'll close text-to-speech in YouTube chat, because I think that might be my problem. I am running another tab that is taking all the chat from YouTube and running it through the text-to-speech filter. TTS on Twitch and Kick, super easy. Barely an inconvenience. But text-to-speech on YouTube, nightmare, monstrous, awful, unbelievably difficult. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know what they're doing differently. But I'd be sad too if I woke up, my balls were, yeah. All the people you trust took you to the doctor, and then they were gone when you woke up. You'd be sad, and and Bubba's never been sad in his life. Like, it's a whole thing. He's never been sad. From the minute he was born, he was chipper and super excited and happy. But he didn't know what to do with sadness. He was like, man, I'm sad. What do I do? But he's gotten over it, which is good. It's a growing experience. It's a learning experience. Now he knows. Okay, what? Politics. Yeah. That's what we're supposed to be talking about, not dogs. Politics. Here we go. Donald Trump sparks outrage after calling for the army to handle enemies on Election Day. Democrats condemn ex-president for saying armed forces should turn against the enemy within when voters go to polls. So what he's suggested here, I think we can watch it and listen to it.
What are you expecting? Joe Biden said he doesn't think it's going to be a peaceful election day.
Well, he doesn't have any idea what's happening in all fairness.
He was suggesting that Donald Trump's fans weren't going to be completely peaceful because they weren't last time. Why would they be this time?
Most of his day sleeping. I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within, not even the people that have come in and destroying our country. By the way, totally destroying our country. The towns, the villages, they're being inundated.
Destroyed towns and villages. The people, those immigrants are coming in and destroying the towns and villages, raided. They need to build a moat, perhaps. But that's not the point of this section.
But I don't think they're the problem in terms of election day. I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics.
That's me. I'm the radical left lunatic he's talking about.
And I think they're and it should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military, because they can't let that happen.
How are you going to guard against the bureaucrats undermining you?
Well, they're going to undermine. Well, I always say, so we have two enemies. We have the outside enemy, and then we have the enemy from within. And the enemy from within, in my opinion, is more dangerous than China, Russia, and all these countries because...
That's me. I'm more dangerous than China or Russia, apparently.
If you have a smart president, he can handle them pretty easily. I got along great with all. I handled them.
He handled them. He handled the enemy from within. So what does that mean? That's some fascist talking points, right? Like, that's just fascism. If I think differently, then I'm the enemy from within. I got manhandled. That's right. I got manhandled by that man. Not really. I mean, how did he handle me? He just bitched and moaned on the internet, on TV, in front of a camera. But that's what I do now, so it's fun. We're even. So these are, I think, the 5 easy steps to becoming the enemy within. Follow these 5 easy steps. It's very fun. It's very entertaining. If you, like me, are a far left radical lunatic and you want to be the enemy from within, you just have to follow these simple steps. Step number 1, vote. That's number 1. That's the number 1 sign that you are the enemy from within, according to Donald Trump. Voting, blue especially, is a sign that you are the enemy. So anybody who wants to vote, you are now the enemy. He's never been a big fan of that voting thing. If too many people do it, he calls it a scam. If the wrong people do it, he calls it a crime without providing evidence. And his fans don't really respect it either. If they feel like Donald Trump is the best choice, then he is, and he has already won. You don't need all those votes. You don't need all that math. You don't need all the electoral colleges and counting and numbers and arithmetic. No. His fans don't like that. They don't respect that. They don't need it. To be the enemy from within, you really have to vote, and then count the votes, and then point to the verified numbers often. That's step 1 to becoming the enemy within. So step number 2, say true things. Trump and his fans do not like true things. Nah, man. They like that sweet, sweet fantasy. 4 million illegal Hillary voters. There's no evidence that happened. Migrant caravans are going to come and steal your job and your unemployment benefits. There's no evidence of that happening. Trickle-down economics. That doesn't work. We have seen the math, and it doesn't work, but they hold on to it because they don't like true things. Jesus. I mean, what more do I need to say? Not real, not a thing. All of these are big, important fantasies that the Trump fans need to keep within their heads. So for you and I to become the enemies from within, we need to say true things, call out lies, call out falsehoods, and use facts from experts to make informed decisions. They don't do any of these things. They hate that. It's terrible. They don't want it. Number 3, render unto feelings what are feelings. Now, this is a thing that I have been pushing for a long time. To be the enemy from within, you really need to understand what feelings you have and what they are. You really need to understand what feelings you're having and recognize them as feelings. You see, Donald Trump fans don't know they're having feelings. To them, everything they feel is common sense. Or they just start from their preferred conclusion, work backward, find evidence backward, and then say they base their opinions on facts and logic. We, as the enemies within, know that all politics are based on feelings. There is no mathematical equation proving humans should have freedom. That's just a feeling I have. There's no law of thermodynamics that proves women should be allowed to vote. I just feel like it's fair for them to have that right. Once you start contemplating in your own mind what is and isn't a feeling, you'll be on your path to becoming the enemy from within. Speaking of contemplation, that's number 4. Contemplation. Contemplating about what happened in the past, how it affects the present, and what could happen in the future is another sign of being the enemy from within. IVF is a good example of this. Donald Trump didn't know what IVF was. Let me start from the end of this story here. Donald Trump says he's for IVF. Why did he say that? Because the senator from Alabama came screaming to him saying, hey, IVF just got canceled by a Republican judge. That Republican judge canceled it because Roe v. Wade got overturned. The Roe v. Wade got overturned because Donald Trump put Republicans on the Supreme Court, and Donald Trump is a Republican. So what I'm trying to get to here is Donald Trump didn't contemplate what those Republican judges would do. He didn't understand what would happen in the future with the action he is taking today. He doesn't contemplate what's going to happen tomorrow. He only looks at yesterday. Yesterday, there were more Republicans. So that's what we need to do today. What is the effect that you're going to have in the future? Who cares? Shut the hell up. Contemplation is for the enemy. So, speaking of contemplation, no. How do you contemplate things if you've never learned anything? Exactly. So that's step number 5, learn stuff. You can't contemplate if you don't know anything. So the next thing you'll need to do is learn things. This will be a big boon for you becoming the enemy from within. That's a big sign of being the enemy, is learning stuff. Learning. Trump fans do not learn new info. No, they already know everything. Ben Shapiro used to tell his fans, go to college, don't believe anything they say. Just say the things that they want you to say. Write the things on the test that are going to make the woke professors get past you. And then once you have your degree, abandon it all. Just forget everything because you already know everything. Why would you go to college if you already know everything? Big brains over there on the right, they already know everything. Another example would be Christopher Columbus. So in America, Christopher Columbus was taught to the school children all up until like the 90s as this superhero, great guy, discovered America, sailed the ocean blue in 1942. Yeah, you know the rhyme. And because he was taught to those children, they then carried that with them the rest of their lives. In the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, they all learned this. So in the 90s, when new information came out from the country of Portugal, they had all this historical data that they had been hiding. All that data comes out, we all see it, and we're all like, oh my gosh, he's a slaver and a rapist. And he captured indigenous women in the Caribbean, turned them into he literally trafficked them to rich British guys. This is bad. We don't like that. Don't do that. Why do we have an entire day for the slaver rapist? I don't like that we have an entire national holiday for him. Let's change it. That's learning, you see. You are now the enemy from within because you learned something new and then changed a tradition. God, no. That's the most dangerous thing you can do to a Trumper. Learn something new, change a tradition. Good God. They will get violent if you try to change their traditions. Mother of God. So those are the 5 easy steps. If there are other steps, I'd be more than willing to listen to them. Tell me what you think they are. Hop into the Discord. Tell me what you think the steps are to becoming the enemy within. Hop on over to the Discord. I'm thinking those are the only ones that I was able to write because I just came up with this about 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes before stream anyway. I think I've already been streaming for 20 minutes, yeah. So what else am I thinking could cause you to become the enemy within? Tradition, yeah. Measuring tradition by reason rather than the other way around. So if you want to be the enemy from within, look at a tradition, find out if it's reasonable, and if it's not, you abandon it. You are the enemy of America. You are the enemy of the conservatives. Donald Trump does not like you. Conservatives, Trump fans, look at tradition and then say that it's reasonable, and then they change their reason based on tradition. You see, it's a backward-facing ideology. It's reasonable to do these things because it's tradition. Not if you want to be the enemy. If you want to be the enemy, you have to say, here's what's reasonable. Then look at tradition and say, hey, that's unreasonable. Let's not do that. You're the enemy. You're a bad guy. You're evil. And that's what we're going for here. So let's look over, again, the 6 steps to becoming the enemy within. Vote, say true things, render unto feelings what are feelings, contemplation, learning, and measuring tradition by reason. Those are the steps you'll need to take to become the enemy within. So that's fun. And the point I'm trying to get to, why am I ranting? Why am I being a lunatic? Why am I making fun of this stuff? Is because Donald Trump is anti-reality. He is anti-thought. And if you're thinking, you probably don't like him. If you're believing, he says everything you believe. It's amazing. Generally think you got like 50% of the big ones at least. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Feel free to hop in to make suggestions on your own. What other steps could we take to become the enemy within? I'm going to chop that up and turn it into a YouTube video, and it'll be fun, maybe. Give it a catchy clickbait title. But everybody here in chat, you get to hear it straight out of my mouth. Because I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of performing what would be the YouTube videos and stuff like that. And talking to chat. So if you're watching, if you're paying attention, hop to chat, tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you're feeling, and what else I need to add to that list. If you think of something later, hop into the Discord and tell me about it later. If you've got fun links to fun stories, hop into the Discord and we'll look at those. Leave links in there and I'll bring them up on screen. We'll feel them out together. It'll be a good time. So that was today's rant. We got that out of the way first. Sometimes we do. Let's look at the stuff. What do we got? Boop. So, yes, we got that one covered. What else do we have? Ooh, election updates. Georgia passes 1 million early voting mark. Big turnout comes as Harris-Trump continue to treat Georgia as a must-win state. So Georgia passes 1 million early voting mark. That's a good thing. That might be a record. Yeah, milestone just before noon on the 4th day in early voting. More votes generally favor the Dems. It's just the way it works. The more people vote, the more likely it is that the Dems win. This is not a surprise. It's not a law of thermodynamics. It is not a hard and fast rule, but it is a generalization that people have noticed. I love this news as well as the judge's rulings. He did make the Georgia rule. The Georgia judge did say you can't be changing the rules 5 minutes before the damn election. That is a good thing for us. Listening through YouTube at work. Hey, Zules, thanks for being here. That's why the right tries to get the voting system every election. Yeah, exactly. That's why they say try and throw people off a week beforehand. That's why they try and pass all these cockamamie laws like hand counting and stuff like that in Georgia. So the Georgia judge actually came down on that and said, no, you can't be changing the rules 30 days ahead of time. Not acceptable. Too much, too late. And I can respect that. We knew he was going to do that. He is a hero. He's very good at suggesting that thing. And that is a helpful thing because the Republicans don't want you to vote. Remember, number one on our list of 5 is vote. They don't want that. They don't need that. They don't like it. They don't like it when you vote. So let's see. So that is a good thing. Let's pop over here. So Georgia is setting records. Who else is? North Carolina sets record for first day early voting. More than 350,000 North Carolina voters cast a ballot Thursday, the first day of the 2024 general election early voting period. So they have set a record as well. So more people voting. So this is more good news for Kamala. It really is. Let's see, 350,000 record. Thursday's early voting numbers topped the previous record on the first day of voting, 348. So they only went up by like 1%. Okay, so it's not a wildly overdone. They've increased by 1%. But that still makes a difference. 1%. Have you seen the numbers that are floating around? If Kamala does 1% better in all the swing states, she has 320 electoral votes, honestly. Not kidding. All of the swing states are down to like a percentage in between them. Can those polls be trusted? Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. There are difficulties with polls. They tend to use landline phones to call people and ask them who they're going to vote for. Madness. Who has a landline phone? Disgusting. I don't ever answer my phone. I don't even know where it is right now. And I definitely don't answer it if I don't recognize the number. So nobody's ever polled me for anything ever. The people who, bookers, yeah. The people who answer polls are the same people who answer polls every year. The boomers, exactly. They have a landline phone. They answer the phone every time it rings. God, could you imagine the last time? God, what year was it? The last time I had a landline phone. You guys tell me too. Did you have a landline phone? Disgusting. The last time I had one, I think was 2009, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember what house I lived in at the time. And I think it was 2009. You were not conscious in the 90s, so no. The last time I had a landline phone was 2009, if I remember correctly. Maybe 10. What year did I move to California? It was, I think it was 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. I had a landline phone. It rang every day. And you know who was on it? Bill collectors who wanted my money. Scammers who wanted my money. Salesmen who wanted my money. So I quit answering it. And then I unplugged it because that was the only people that ever called. Or, yeah, it's like you want to change your long distance plan, which is just a salesman. Or, hey, do you want to buy this insurance? Salesman. Hey, how would you like to give us all your information and let us steal your identity? Scammers. Stealing my money. Bill collectors that I don't have money to pay. If I had money, I'd have given it to the bill collectors, but I didn't because I don't have any money, you see. Every time the phone rings, it's someone asking me for my money. Boomers don't get that. Boomers are like, hey, let's just answer the phone every time it rings. Gross. That's why the kids don't answer their phones. That's why they don't have their ringers on. If my phone made a sound at me, I would break it. Honestly. Might have had one before the renovation in 2010. 2006, my foster parents' home was the last landline. Yeah, exactly. You were in high school in the early 2000s. Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants a phone anymore. And even if you had one, the only people that would call are asking for your money. Or political people. Hey, how would you like to take a poll? Hey, how would you like to donate to Kamala? Hey, how would you like to donate to Trump? Yeah, it's just people asking for money. I don't have any money, so I unplugged the phone so that I don't have to talk to them anymore. So yeah, that is why polls are difficult to trust. The only people you're talking to, generally, in the past few years, has been people who answer the phone when it rings. Ugh. If you answer the phone when it rings, your landline phone when it rings, I don't trust you. I don't think you're altogether competent. Like, I doubt your faculties of reason. You might have a learning disability, or you're really old and then your learning disability is baked in. It's a whole thing. So yeah, you can't trust the polls. You can't trust these things. And it doesn't help that we've got crooked polls popping up now. Let's look at those. Let's keep talking. Let's keep thinking. Texas voter registration surges to 18 million just ahead of early voting. So they've hit a record as well of people who are registered to vote. Had nearly 200,000 voters to its rolls in the last 2 weeks. The deadline to register, according to the state, giving it a record-breaking 18.6 million voters. So that's also good news. Is Donald Trump going to win Texas? Yes, that's fine. But this means that our boy Ted Cruz might lose. It's entirely possible. It's a long shot, but it's still possible. It's still plausible. Trump wins Texas. Not a surprise. Nobody's doubting that. But Ted Cruz loses the Senate. Oh my God, that'll feel so good. That'll feel so good. That'll be so. I'll be very happy if that happens. I know Shinsinto's already suggested that he is actually voting for the other guy. Who I watched that debate the other day. Shinsinto, did you watch that? That Colin Allred guy got his ass handed to him. He was saying true things. He was being more correct, but he was still getting body slammed by Ted Cruz, who is better at debating. And that matters to a lot of dumb people. Not who says the most true things up on the stage, but who handles themselves well. Donald Trump screams lies, and it makes them feel good, so they like it. J.D. Vance says very smooth lies, and they like it. Same for Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz goes up there, says a bunch of lies, but he says it in such a nice, pleasant, smooth way that people like it. And then vote for him. I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe you should listen to the words they're saying and contemplate them. But again, we're back to the enemies list. They can't contemplate those things. But yeah, so yeah, record-breaking numbers in Texas. Hopefully, they will get rid of Ted Cruz. That would be nice. I would cheer. I would drink. I would pour one out for Colin Allred if he defeats Ted Cruz. So what do we have next on the thing? Marjorie Taylor Greene claims the Minion voting machines are switching votes. So good old Maytag already at work. She's already going to town. She's already suggesting that the voting machines are flipping votes with no evidence. And I'm not even talking like low evidence. I'm talking, let me find the thing. I swear I had it up on Twitter, formerly X. Where are you? Oh, dang, did I close it? I think I did. Oh, no, here it is. Larry, very, very important, cool guy, Larry D. Jones, Jr. MTG has just reported voting machine problems with votes being switched from Trump to Harris. Here we go again. So, Larry, so listen, this is like sixth-hand information. You, in chat, paying attention, all my wonderful millions of viewers right now, are hearing this from me, who is hearing it from Larry, who is hearing it from MTG, Maytag, who heard it from Twitter, who heard it from somebody's friend. We're talking sixth-hand information here. One person said it happened. They told their friend. Their friend posted it on Twitter. Maytag picks it up on Twitter, tells people. Larry then repeats the information, and then I'm reading it and repeating it to you, and then you can go and repeat it to everybody. Seventh-hand information, because that's the way of the world. That's how news works now. Seventh-hand rumors is now breaking news. I've been getting the cruise as lately. I literally say, Allred wants to use military funding to force gender transition surgery on children. Who the fuck believes that? Right. They're just going to take all the money from the military and force feminize people. It'll be great. It'll be a good time, because then we won't need a military anymore. Duh. I'm on board with this plan. Seventh-hand information. Maytag spreading disinfo again, as usual. We're not even to election day yet. We're still 3 weeks away almost. Maybe a little less than 3 weeks. We're two or 3 weeks away. And she's already spreading the nonsense, already spreading the lies, already spreading the disinfo. And it's going to get ugly. It's going to be a wild time. That's why I'm going to get some beer. We're going to watch the thing. Please come visit me on election night. I know you have a lot of choices, and everybody's going to be live streaming it. The entire internet's live streaming the election this year. Come hang out with me on November 5th. Pretty sure it's a Tuesday. I'll get started probably around 5 o'clock. I'll eat an early dinner so that I can drink some beer. Then we'll drink some beer. We'll watch the stuff, and then we'll hopefully, not kidding, and about 9 p.m. when it's midnight over on the East Coast, and they finish calculating the Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania goes blue. That's what I'm thinking. That's my wild prediction. 9 p.m. West Coast time. That's midnight on the East Coast. We might know the state of Pennsylvania. And if Pennsylvania gets called blue, it's over. Done. Finito. It is over. Because Donald Trump cannot win without Pennsylvania. There's no way. Anywho, let's keep going. Let's close this one. Sorry, Larry. Sorry, Maytag. What is she saying? She's saying that familiar presidential election conspiracy theory, saying that Dominion voting machines are switching early votes in her home state of Georgia. Supporters from former President Trump falsely claimed in 2020 election that the Dominion machines had flipped their votes from Trump to Joe Biden. Dominion then launched a flurry of lawsuits against the individuals and right-wing media organizations that spread their misinformation. Fox News settling one suit at $787 million. Now, they went to court where evidence matters. That's why this is important. Can I look into the camera and tell you that they cheated? Sure. Is there any evidence? No. Seventh hand, like we discussed. Maytag's getting it for third hand, and I'm getting it fourth or fifth hand from people who are reporting on her. So the internet is not to be trusted. I'm not sure you guys know this, but there are liars on the internet. I know. You've never heard about this before. This is news to you, I'm sure. There are people on the internet say untrue things. Shocking. Why would anybody do that? Well, for money. But the point is, you can't trust it. What you have to trust, what we need to put trust into, is evidence in a court system. Yeah, drama llamas. True, drama llamas. We have to put some sort of trust in the court system. If the court system is running efficiently and properly, it is based on evidence. And the evidence suggests that Fox News spread misinformation and got sued for $787 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. They fired Tucker Carlson because of the fake news he spit. It was so fake that they had to fire their number one guy and lose $800 million based on the evidence. So, did that happen? No. The courts and the evidence have suggested that it didn't. You can still find people every single day talking about how it absolutely did happen because the people they trust on the internet lied to them. And that is the difficulty. Free speech means there's going to be a shitload of liars. That's all there is to it. Free speech means shitloads of liars. No way around it. Lies are fun. Fiction is way more fun. Telling lies for profit is easy. Lots of people do it. I tell you the truth, and I don't profit at all. So let's keep looking. So Maytag is doing her regular stuff, the things she always expected. So let's keep looking at the news. What else have we got? Elon Musk raises a payment offer for $100 for voters who sign petitions supporting the free speech and right to bear arms. The billionaire is pushing crucial swing state voters to register before deadline windows close. So what you do, apparently, is sign a pledge, and he gives you $100. Billionaire Elon Musk has upped the financial offer for registered swing state voters to sign a conservative-leaning petition on Thursday. Musk wrote on X that his pro-Trump super PAC would give $100 to signees and those who refer them. After Musk pushed a debunked voter fraud conspiracy theory Thursday evening at a pro-Trump town hall event in Pennsylvania, he announced that X post that he was doubling his financial offer for engagement with the petition, which had been set at $47. Now he says the deadline to sign the petition is Monday night, the day that Pennsylvania voters' registration closes. If you're a registered Pennsylvania voter, you and whoever referred you will now get $100 for signing our petition in support of free speech and the right to bear arms. That's what Elon Musk said. I think I'm getting better at the impersonation.
I used to be really, really active in promoting, Trump campaign 4 years ago, and I got burned out, and I'm so frustrated, and it's all because of the cheating. So, what are we?
She's mad about all the cheating that cannot be proven in a court of law, because it didn't happen. But she doesn't believe that. She feels like Donald Trump should win. That means he did, and he has.
What are you going to do with that?
Well, there is, I think, some amount of cheating that takes place. It's hard because they've, when you have mail-in ballots and no sort of proof of citizenship, it becomes.
There is proof of citizenship. You have to register. If you are not a citizen, you are not registered. That's all there is to it. He is lying to you because he's either an idiot or he's supporting fascism.
It's almost impossible to prove cheating is the issue.
Or both.
So
it's impossible to prove cheating. No, it's not impossible to prove cheating. You've just failed to do it because it isn't happening. Moron. Idiot. This is the richest man in the world. And he said it's almost impossible to prove cheating. No, it's not. You can prove the cheating. There just isn't any. You're a loser, Elon. Donald Trump is a loser who loses. That's reality. And if you can't find or prove that they cheated to win for Biden, that's because it didn't happen. But you can't accept that. You don't accept that reality. Go back to the list that I made at the very beginning, saying true things. They don't say true things. The enemy from within says true things. Elon's definitely not the enemy from within, according to Trump. Stupidest man in the world, too. Yeah, I know. Damn it, Elon. Keep money out of politics. Don't add more to buy rich people's votes. Yeah, I know. It's what he's doing. Actually, it has to be both. But anyone supporting fascism is dumb. I agree with you. What he's done here is borderline illegal. You cannot pay people to vote. Great. But he's not paying you to vote. He's paying you to sign a petition. You can pay people to sign your petition. That's legal. But why is he doing that? Does he know that signing a petition isn't a vote? Yes. Does he know that lots of people are going to lie about voting for Donald Trump? You don't have to vote for Donald Trump to sign that petition. You can sign that petition, get $100, then vote blue all the way down. You can vote Kamala and by mail. You can, according to him. He hates mail-in voting because he's an idiot. You can vote by mail. You can sign that petition, and you can make $100 from his stupid crap. That's a good deal. No, it's not, actually. Why don't we want people to do this? Because they will use it as proof that Donald Trump lost. And this is the proof of cheating. I being an edgy 19-year-old will, yeah. And Valerie, you see the idea. Then when we think about it, it's actually dangerous. An edgy 19-year-old signs his friend up to vote. Then they both get $100. They spend it on beer and weed. Great, fantastic. I'm super on board, kind of. But what is the ramification of that? That means Donald Trump has fewer votes in Pennsylvania, but he has imagine for a moment if 1 million people sign that pledge, but Donald Trump only gets 800,000 votes. Well, it's stolen then, isn't it? Alex Jones jumps onto the scene. Look at this. We had 1 million people sign this pledge and only 800,000 votes. That's because they took those votes. They canceled them. They destroyed them. They tore them up. They burned up those votes. They sent them to Venezuela. That's what happens. People sign the thing for free money. Then, when he doesn't get enough votes, it's evidence. It's proof that she cheated. That is what he's doing. He's creating, I don't know what you can call it. He's creating cons. What is this kind of thing? I don't know. I don't think it's a confidence thing. Maybe he's creating a confidence game. Confirmation bias, perhaps. Maybe this is confirmation bias. He's creating a list of people, and if that list, and then he's going to use that as evidence of votes, and he's going to lie to you. And he's going to lie right to your face. And he's going to use the largest, most powerful communication device ever to exist in human history to push that lie. And that makes me unhappy. We're living in some sort of dystopian sci-fi novel. We really are. Paid petition signatures, it's in the grift. Yeah. So we're living in some sort of dystopian sci-fi novel where the richest man in the world owns the largest communication device in the world, and he uses it to lie to people about democracy, man. And he's pushing fascism. He's lying to you about what's real. He's lying to you about what's happening. He's lying to you about the number of votes. He's lying to you about how to vote. He's lying to you about the numbers. He's lying to you about basic arithmetic with the largest communication device to ever exist. I don't know what to do about this. I really don't. Do we have the government control it? I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea either. Can we just get less terrible people in charge of Twitter? We used to have that, but the terrible people wanted it. The terrible people see that it is the most powerful communication device in history, so they buy it so that they can lie. He lies about the attendance of his own rallies to the people at the rallies. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to do about it, especially if it makes money, because that's the problem. Is it always comes back to capitalism. Why does Elon want that powerful device? So that he can make money. Why does Donald Trump friends with Elon? Because he gives him money. What do they want with X? They want it to be the source of all information so that they can sell ads and make money. That's the problem. The profit-seeking motive is the issue that I have most of the time with America. We have problems, and I think it always comes back down to money every damn time. Speaking of money every damn time, here we go. I love it when I accidentally segue myself. Trump overcharged Secret Service by 300% for accommodations at his hotels. Guys, he owns hotels, and then he goes to them. He stays for free. The Secret Service has to go with him because they're following him around because he is the president, and he charges them 3 times as much to stay there. House Oversight Committee reports further House Oversight Committee's report further called the ex-president's term world's greatest rich. Christ almighty, that is hard to read, The Guardian. The House Oversight Committee suggests he's got the world's greatest get-rich-quick scheme. And I can't read it. Okay. But Donald Trump billed the government Secret Service accommodations at his hotels many times over what other guests were charged, particularly foreign dignitaries, according to a report released Friday by the Democratic House members, describing the U.S. president's term in office as the world's greatest get-rich-quick scheme. So he's just charging them more because they have to stay there. Conservatives, listen. I know there aren't any watching, but maybe they could hear this. Conservatives, you piss and moan when a Dem taxes you, then spends that money. Tax and spend Democrats. You hate them. But you're okay with Donald Trump taxing you and then stealing it. Because that's what he's doing. The travel bills for the Secret Service are paid with your tax dollars. And Donald Trump is gouging them, raising their budget, which then needs more tax dollars from you. And it'll be you, the middle class and the lower class, who pays it, because he's cutting taxes for the rich. If you're not rich, you're paying the majority of the taxes under Republican plans. Republican voters are the ones hurt most by Republican policies. Stop being duped. Stop paying attention to him, conservatives. He is bad for you. He is toxic. He is poisonous. And you like it because he hurts the right people, because he says the things that you feel deep in your heart about hating immigrants. And it disturbs me that you hate people so much that you'll wreck this country so that you can feel better about the color of the skin of the person walking down the street. Because that's what it comes down to. Stephen Miller has a point about his side. Stephen Miller doesn't have a point. He's a bad guy. He's a Nazi. But Stephen Miller understands what his people want. They want the right color of people in their neighborhoods. That's what they want. And to get it, they'll have to, anybody who pushes that knows that it's incorrect and bad for society. It's just right-wing thinking. I've lost my train of thought here. What the hell was I talking about? I was talking about the conservatives. If they hurt the right people, you'll give them all your money. Stop doing that. Why is it important that they hurt the right people? Why is that important to you? Why does that matter to you? Well, because you're not thinking, you're believing. Let's see. So he's stealing money as usual. Nobody's surprised by this. Look, he's stealing some more. Looks like Trump's watches are breaking copyright law. He's just a grifter. He's just stealing all the time. Never stop grifting. Make America grift again. Everything he puts his hands on turns into shit. Trump steaks. He used to sell steaks by mail, and that was a scam. He used to sell water, and that was a scam. He used to sell a magazine. There was a Trump magazine, and that was a scam. Trump watches, scam. Trump's presidency, a scam. He's charging the Secret Service to go to his hotels. His hotels are a scam. He ran a casino, scam. Casinos are scams, all of them, top to bottom. Every last one. Don't care if you went there and had fun. They stole your money. His university was a scam. He got sued. His Trump organization, which was a complicated shell thing, there was a slush fund. He said it was for charity. He would say, oh yeah, these are charitable donations. He would take the money. He would keep it for a little while until nobody's looking, and then he would take it and keep it for himself. He would steal it. Scam. Non-stop scammer. Never stops scamming. Make America grift again. Never stop scamming. Now his watches are a scam. His what other scams did he run? I think he's crypto. He's pushing crypto. He's pushing Truth Social, which is a fake website that just steals everything it can from Twitter poorly, so that he can get people, foreign governments and foreign investors, to pay money into it, raise the stock price so that he can sell his stock and make money. Scam, scam, scam. That's what he does with real estate. He was a New York real estate guy. You know where scams begin? New York real estate. That's where scams happen. Everything he's ever done is a scam. And now he's pushing crypto. He's pushing NFTs. He's pushing every kind of scam imaginable so that he can steal your money. Conservatives, he's stealing from you. If you bought Trump's sneakers, scam. If you buy his merch, scam. If you buy his Bible printed in China, scam. All of these things are scams. He has done nothing but scam his entire life. When he was a toddler, his dad put him on the payroll to scam the IRS. He was like fucking 4 years old, and his dad put him on the business and gave him a salary that his dad just then kept and had some sort of tax dodge because he's a scammer. He was born scammer. Raised in New York real estate where scams live. So everything he was taught. Now, and then he hangs out with the worst people. Trump bemoans Harvey Weinstein's prosecution in bonkers interview. Former president said that the former entertainment mogul, who is currently imprisoned on rape charges, was schlonged by the left. He got hit as hard as you can get hit. He's also apparently good friends. He feels bad for Harvey Weinstein. He feels bad for this guy because he did a bunch of sexual assaults and they got caught. He doesn't get it. What's important about this one? Because, okay, here we go. I was so amazed that Harvey Weinstein got schlonged. He got hit as hard as you can get hit because he was sort of the king of woke, right? And he got it. And I figured that maybe he wouldn't get hit so hard. So when they do get hit, they get hit. And that's the only one I can think of. Normally, they protect everybody. That's what they did with Eric Adams. Very suspect. Yeah, one, it is relatable to him, being rich and famous and sexually assaulting women and paying to get away with it. That is a common thing that Donald Trump does. He is surprised that Harvey Weinstein got in trouble for it because Harvey Weinstein donates to Democrats. He's the king of woke now. Yeah, that's nonsense. That's insane. Is he going to be on the woke box? Yeah, he's insane. That is an insane sentence. He was the king of woke. No, he never was. He never has been. He donates to Democrats. He donates to Hillary. So in Donald Trump's mind, so you and I don't live in Donald Trump's mind, so we don't comprehend what's going on in there. You and I look at the things and weigh them and measure them and come to a conclusion. Harvey Weinstein did bad things. He got caught doing those bad things. People complained about it. They sued him. He went to jail for crimes that he committed. This is how the system's supposed to work. But in Donald Trump's brain, he donated to Democrats. So Donald Trump doesn't understand why he got brought up on charges. He doesn't get it. But he's a woke guy. The woke people take care of themselves. And they build a shell that you can't penetrate. Only right-wing people can go to jail if a left-wing person is in charge. And if a right-wing person is in charge, only left people go to jail. That is the way his brain works. We are accidentally seeing inside his brain with this little sentence right here. This little sentence right here gives us a deep understanding of how he understands it. He was the king of woke, right? And he got it. And I figured maybe they wouldn't get hit so hard. So when they get hit, they get hit. The only thing I think of is they protect everybody. He genuinely thinks that the left protects people who donate to the left. If you donate to the left, like Harvey Weinstein did, you don't get held accountable for your crimes. That's what he thinks happens. It's not what happens. It's what he thinks. He misunderstands how the law works. He creates a delusion where the left just gets to break all the laws they want. And he spreads that fear that you just get to break all the laws you want. So when he looks at his organization, he thinks he is correct all the time and everybody on the right should be protected by the law. The law is a tool to hurt your enemies. That is what he thinks. He thinks the law is simply a tool to hurt your enemies. It is a weapon to stab at your enemies. And he thinks that's what the left is doing to him. And that's why he thinks he hasn't broken the law. In his brain, there is a left and a right, and they use the law to stab at each other. And he's on the right, and so anytime anything he does is correct and perfect and not illegal, and it's just the left yelling at him and stabbing at him. And he thinks it's equal on the other side. He thinks that Hillary Clinton killed thousands of people and cheated at the elections and had 5 million illegal people vote for her, and she brings them in and they vote and then she kicks them out or something like that. He really thinks these things happen. They don't. He thinks that Hillary Clinton hasn't been prosecuted for crimes because all of the left-wing judges. Now, listen, Donnie, she hasn't committed any crimes. That's why she hasn't been prosecuted. You have committed crimes. That's why you have been prosecuted. He doesn't get it. He doesn't comprehend these things. He sees the world from such a different vantage point. And it's an insane vantage point because his brain is mush. But he really does think there's left-wing justice, there's right-wing justice. If you're on the right-wing justices take care of you, the right-wing judges protect you. If the president is on the right, then all the right-wing people get off from anything they do because that's politics. He thinks that you can just commit crimes if there's a right-wing person. If you're a right-wing person and a right-wing judge and a right-wing president, the right wing just gets to commit crimes. There's no such thing as crime anymore. And the justices are kind of pushing that with the presidential immunity. So if you're on the right, if you're political, you don't commit crimes. You can't. How could you? And if you're on the left and there's a left-wing president, Bill Clinton is the president, and Harvey Weinstein donates to him, and Harvey Weinstein does crimes, then he's just allowed to do that. That's how Donald Trump thinks the system works. And he severely misunderstands it. And I think this is, he's projecting the idea of loyalty. Absolutely. So, he's thinking loyalty. He thinks there's two camps, and the left does whatever the hell they want, and if they commit crimes, then the left will cover it up, and the right does whatever the hell they want, and if the right commits crimes, the right will cover it up. That's not how the system works. Lots of left-wing people go to jail. Harvey Weinstein went to jail. Eric Menendez. No, not is it Eric? No, it's does this thing mention it? Oh, it does. Bob Menendez. Sorry, Eric killed his parents. Bob Menendez, New Jersey Democrat, going to jail. Henry Cuellar this year, going to jail. The issue is that left-wing people commit fewer crimes. Donald Trump lies to you about the crimes they commit. Hillary did not do the right thing with her email server. She took it home, she didn't secure it properly, and then she tried to cover it up. The FBI investigated her thoroughly and decided that the mistake she made was not a crime. They could not convict her of that as a crime because it was an accident. It wasn't intentional. No crime. Sorry, man. That's how the system works. You get investigated. You make a mistake, willingly or unwillingly. You get investigated, and if they determine that they don't want to press charges or they can't get a guilty conviction, then they'll just say, okay, sorry, no crime here. That's how the system works. Bill Clinton was held responsible. Bill Clinton was impeached. He just wasn't removed through impeachment because of a political choice. Yes, but he still did the thing that we got upset with him about. He still got the beej while in the Oval Office and then lied about it. And they took a hit for that. Al Gore lost the political campaign he had after Bill Clinton because of that. They didn't want any more Al Gore. They didn't want any more Democrats because they apparently just get beeges in the Oval Office. And the left didn't show up for them. The people on the left, the Democrats, don't show up for you if you do bad things. Al Franken got thrown out for pretending to honk boobs 10 years before he was a senator. He became a senator, and then somebody pointed out 10 years ago he took a photo where he pretended to honk a boob. They had to kick him out. You know, the left is held responsible for their actions, even if they shouldn't be. If the people on the left commit a crime, they get held responsible. The problem is that the right keeps lying about who's committing the crimes and why, and they'll tell you about the 7,000 people that Hillary killed, Hillary Clinton and her husband Kill Clinton, and the 7 million people that they killed. It gets longer every year. That list gets longer every year. And then when nothing happens because there's no evidence, they get all grumpy and mad and say, hey, well, why aren't you doing anything about this? Well, because it's not true. Why would we arrest somebody on the made up things that you made up? And they don't get it. They don't comprehend it. They don't see how the world actually works, how the law actually works. They think the law is a weapon to use against your enemies. They keep breaking the law, and then the law comes after them, and they think that they're being persecuted rather than prosecuted. And there's something there where they think that their prosecutions are actually persecutions, and they're not. And then they try and persecute the other team, and the other team didn't do any of the things that they said they did. So no charges get brought. No, Hillary has not been charged for the devouring of babies. She hasn't, because she hasn't done that. Donald Trump has been charged for cheating in the election, because he did do that. You see the difference? Republicans can't see that difference. And what happens is they get so wound up in their own bullshit that they put on their blind spot, you see. The conservative will be like, yeah, Hillary Clinton killed like 9,000 people. It's absolutely evident. We know she did it. And what about her emails? And that's definitely a crime. And I would have gone to jail if I had done that. But none of it's true. You know, Hillary Clinton eats babies. Well, no, man. Like, when we look at the evidence, she didn't. None of those things happened. When you look at the evidence, the things the right says about Hillary aren't true. That's why she doesn't get prosecuted. When you look at the things the left says about Donald Trump, they are true, and that is why he gets prosecuted. But Waldo, my feelings, they have to be validated, or I might feel wrong. Exactly. Feelings is all they have. Any specific channel I should put a meme in? Sorry, I'm a bit slow. You can toss memes into the general. That's fine. Yeah, general is a good place for memes. My feelings, they have to be validated, or I might feel wrong. Yeah, it's about feelings. They need to feel like Hillary's the worst thing ever. And if there's no good reason to feel like she's the worst thing ever, they'll just make some things up. They'll just invent some shit. They'll find one flaw within one thing and extrapolate it and exaggerate it to infinity, forever. Jesus Christ was persecuted and prosecuted. Maybe there's some religious backing for the behavior. It is something similar to the two words are very similar. But yeah, and Republicans in the right do have a persecution complex. They do feel like they've been hurt all the time. Anytime something goes wrong, it is a direct attack on their identity. And I think it is because they have tied their identity to their political beliefs. This is a bad sign. This is a bad idea. First of all, they have beliefs. Dumb idea. Don't do that. Don't have beliefs. I don't have any beliefs, and I'm doing great. Beliefs are based on feelings. Always have been. It's a fetish, not a complex. Maybe. Yeah, they can't finish unless they've been persecuted. Maybe. But yeah, they've tied their beliefs to their identity. So if you tell them their belief is wrong, you have harmed them. You have actually attacked them. And they get very unhappy about this. They get very angry that you have just attacked them as a person, because that's what makes you a person, is having beliefs. Nonsense, madness. Stop doing it. This is a thought process that you can avoid. They just don't want to avoid it because it makes them feel good. All politics are based on feelings. Feelings of persecution, feelings of correctness, feeling like you don't like Hillary Clinton. I don't like her. And I feel like she's done some crimes. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to look on the internet and find someone who tells me that she's done crimes. And then I'm going to tell everybody I talk to about those crimes, even though they're not true, they were made up. But it makes me feel good. You know, that's how that is the problem of free speech. Like I said a minute ago, free speech is just going to be filled with liars. And that is what we're running into. We have gotten to the point, the saturation of the internet. There are more people on the internet tomorrow than there were yesterday. The number of people using the internet is only going to go up tomorrow. And then next year there's going to be more, and next year there's going to be more, and next year there's going to be more. As it becomes easier and cheaper, and there are more options, and we get more smartphones, and everything gets more connected to the internet, that lets people see more lies. It lets them feel more lies, and it lets them be manipulated. And then yell buttery males for over a decade. Yeah, exactly. Buttery males for a decade. Doesn't matter if the facts don't bear it out. They have to keep saying it because they don't learn new things. Again, I'm tying it back into the list today. Don't learn new things. They learned. They didn't learn. They heard something that made them feel vindicated for their dislike for Hillary. They disliked Hillary, and then they went looking for things to dislike about her based on feelings. So when they went out looking for those things, there were grifters very happy to provide them. That's a problem within America. If you're willing to pay for feelings, there's a grifter who will sell you that feeling. Trump and Peter Thiel usually are happy to sell those feelings to you. What does a feeling... I should bring a notebook next time. I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, just tell a friend to come watch. And then everybody can, then we can spread the ideas, you know. I mean, I do have I have a notebook with all of my ideas right here, you know. I do have, if you see this light on my face, that's because I'm looking at my notes. I take notes and then I bring them to you. What was I talking about? Grifters will sell you a feeling, man. They're confidence men. Con men are confidence men. That's what they do. They sell you feelings. And they sell you feelings of security. Donald Trump, I'll build the wall. Mexico will pay for it. And then the brown people will stop coming in. You know, he pushes. He makes you feel afraid of the immigrants. Then he sells you the solution. The solution is to vote for him so that he can build a wall. Does it happen? No. Is it going to work? No. The intelligent experts have said that won't work at all. It's not going to function the way you say it's going to work. The wall doesn't work in America. So if you build a giant wall and keep people out, yes, it will keep people out, but not in America, because we trade with Mexico every day. That's America's number one trading partner is Mexico. Millions of people cross that border legally every day. Doesn't work the way he says it will. A wall won't stop that. A wall won't stop people from coming across on work visas. It won't. You can cancel the work visas, but that's a policy. He doesn't know about policy. He doesn't talk about policy. That's nerd shit, okay? Don't talk about laws. Talk about the action you're going to take. The big, important, tough guy action of building a wall. That confidence that he gives you makes his fans feel good. What does confidence look like? Well, we can see it right here. I love it when I segue into myself. I'm so good at this. Come on, computer. There we go. Here's what confidence looks like. Here's what confidence and what con men will get you. Polymarket. So this is Polymarket. We were talking about the polls earlier. You can't trust Polymarket. If you give Polymarket money, this number goes up. See this 59 right here? If you give them money, they'll make this number go up. That's it. That's the whole game. If you give them money, they will make this number go up. Amazing. If you give them money, they will make you feel better. If you give them money for the next 18 days, they will give you confidence. They will make you feel good. Yeah, it's a scam. It's a gigantic super scam. Keep the scary peeps out. We won't pay a penny for it. Yeah, it feels good. Exactly. Feels good. So if you give Polymarket money, they'll move that number up. If you give them money for Kamala Harris, they'll move that number up, and then you'll feel better about it. This is an amazing scam. And the people who can't see it as a scam are the ones who will get scammed. Is this tied? Is this number right here, this 59 to 40, tied to reality? No. This number is made from the people who pay them. And I'm not just saying that. Look at this story. 4 mystery accounts dished out $30 million of crypto on bets that Trump would win White House. $30 million in crypto. There's strong reason to believe they all came from the same entity, a crypto expert said. Let's read about this. 4 mysterious accounts have reportedly bet $30 million on Trump to win the presidency in November. bettors on Polymarket, a crypto-based prediction market, have increased their wagers that the Republican nominee would win the election in recent weeks. While national polling averages on 538 show Harris with a 2.5 lead over Trump, on Friday, Trump has 60% betting odds on Polymarket compared to 39% for Harris. The online market showed odds of the political opponent as neck and neck until October 7th, when the former president started making significant gains. The flood of support first reported, there's strong reason to believe that they are the same entity. Wait, okay, let me read it. The flood of support for Trump, first reported, could be attributed to 4 Polymarket accounts: Freddie 9999, Theo 4, Princess Caro, and Mitchie. So these are the 4 people who are controlling that number. Together, these accounts reportedly bet tens of millions in crypto on Trump. There's a strong reason to believe they are the same entity. The crypto expert says each of these accounts operate similarly, like increasing the size of their bets at the same time and betting on Trump winning swing states as well as the general election, according to Arkham. Polymarket is investigating presidential election market activity. A source familiar with it's probably from the same people. So dump $30 million and this number goes up. Is it Musk? I don't think so. I don't think it's Elon Musk. I'm willing to bet that it's somebody more attached to Peter Thiel, not Musk himself. Is Musk pushing this information? Sure. Is he spreading it on X, formerly Twitter? Yes. Is he think it's true? Yes. Is he making people feel better about those numbers? But Peter Thiel owns this site, and he wants that number to go up because it makes people feel good and it makes them more likely to bet and vote and give him money. Peter Thiel wants your money. He's already a billionaire, but he needs more money. Okay? And he will get that money not through creating we're in a new world, guys. You don't make money by digging rocks up out of the ground and selling them anymore. It's over. It's done with. No. You don't grow crops and then sell them. That's for idiots, okay? Yes, we need it to happen, but those are the poors, okay, who do all that. The real money is in selling feelings, selling ideas, selling thoughts. I'm doing it too. But I'm trying to be honest with you about it. Am I selling you my opinions and my perspective? Yes. I'm not going to lie about that. But Peter Thiel's doing the exact same thing. Peter Thiel, owner of, or the largest investor in Polymarket, which kind of makes him the owner, is selling you a feeling right here. But he's doing it in a very dishonest way. If you give Peter Thiel a lot of crypto, he'll make those numbers go up. And then you'll feel good about it. Selling feelings is the new American dream. Just sell feelings all day. I dig it. I get it. But I don't have to like it. I don't like that he's dishonest about it, you know. Let's close this. Let's close that. And let's see. What else do we want to talk about today? This one, it comes down to education again. I guess we can cover this. I brought it up. He's not kidding. Oh, come on. Get out of here, you damn pop-ups. He's not kidding. Advocates warn as Trump threatens to defund schools for teaching U.S. history. The Republican presidential nominee is threatening funds if teachers don't teach what he wants, said the one teacher, the teachers union. That's indoctrination and it's dangerous. Education advocates implore voters to take Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump's latest comments on public schools on Friday after his appearance on Fox News, where he explained how he would punish schools that teach students accurate U.S. history, including about slavery and racism in the country. So conservatives, very unhappy that you would teach things that they don't like. Very unpleasant about that. But what they do want is for you to teach fake history that makes them feel good. Again, always down to the feelings. White middle-class people feel bad when you describe the literal facts of slavery. That makes them sad. That makes them feel bad. So what are they going to do about it? Well, they're going to just change what's taught in school. And if you don't teach the fake history that conservatives prefer, Donald Trump will take your school funding away. And they're going to call that freedom. That's what they're going to call it. They're going to call it educational freedom. If you do what we tell you, or we bankrupt you. You see how that's a choice you get to make? You get to bankrupt yourself, or you get to teach fake stuff. Freedom. And they're going to call that freedom. They're going to call it freedom. They're going to say, you have to do what we tell you, or you will suffer severe consequences. You have a choice. And choices are freedom, right? He is suggesting that he wants to, first of all, get rid of the Department of Education. Completely gut it. Cease to exist. Get rid of it. Then he wants the government to control what is taught. How are you going to do that, Donnie? How are you going to control what the state of California teaches if you don't have people paying attention to what the state of California teaches? See, Donnie, listen, follow me here. If you want to know what they're teaching and you want to control it, you're going to need some sort of government entity, perhaps a department of people, a staff with people who look into these things, investigate them, find out what's going on, and make suggestions. How are you, Donnie, going to tell them what to teach if you don't have a department telling them what to teach? You just got to tweet it? You just got to go on to Twitter and say, hey, blah, 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 you need to teach this? Is that how it's going to function? That's how he thinks it functions. He thinks that he's the king. He thinks the president is simply a king who says things and then everybody does it. And if they don't do it, they're criminals and they need to be prosecuted. If you do it, then you're on the team. Doesn't understand how things work. He doesn't know how the government works. He doesn't know how bureaucracy functions. He doesn't know how a department operates. He doesn't know how the education happens. He doesn't know where those education things come from. He doesn't know where the education standards come from. He doesn't know what an education standard is. He very much misunderstands what California is doing. He creates a delusion and he spreads fear. Learning 250 characters at a time. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Child mindset. Because he doesn't understand anything. Yeah. Conservatives don't like the stuff that happened. Makes him look bad. Yeah, I know. Oh, hi, Carolinas. Thanks for coming in. I'm doing my favorite thing, which is ranting about how conservatives don't understand anything. He wants to get rid of the Department of Education, but he wants the states to do exactly what he says. You will need strict oversight to make sure that happens. If you want to force teachers to say things, you're going to need a very, 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 very big government. But his plan is to dissolve and completely remove the entire Department of Education. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's insane. That's why Elon gravitates to Trump. They're both mentally children. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't understand how he thinks he can just go up there and say, okay, Department of Education gone. Cease to exist. He just waves his hand and it happens. Everybody teach what I like. He thinks that he can just wave his hand and make it happen. How is it going to happen? Who's going to carry it out? Who's going to put the books together? Who's going to say what goes in the books? Who's going to proofread the books and determine that it is to Donald Trump's preferred history, alternative history, and make sure that all the alternative history and all the alternative facts are in there in the right order? Somebody's going to have to read the damn thing. He doesn't know any of this. He's never thought about any of that. Again, we get back to contemplation from the list I started with at the very beginning. Contemplation. He cannot do it. Donald Trump cannot contemplate the things he's saying. He can't do it. He doesn't know how. He cannot think, okay, so the Department of Education, if they're gone, like, who's going to do the things that I tell them to do? He can't think about tomorrow. He can only look at yesterday and complain about today. The end. He cannot make plans for tomorrow. Yeah, he can't even read. I know. Everyone has to learn from the Trump Bible. No, discount the bulk orders. Yes, he promises a Bible again. Makes it special. And then it comes from China. Of course it does. He couldn't even think about that. He didn't contemplate where we should buy the damn things from. Of course they're going to come from China. Everything's manufactured there. He never contemplated that. Just like with IVF. He didn't know what it was. He never heard of it. He doesn't know how the actions he takes affect the future. That would require contemplation, and he don't know how to do that. That would require forethought. That would require him to look at the past, understand what happened in the past, judge the future, and then make plans. Judge the present, and then make plans for the future. He doesn't know how to do any of that. None of those things happen. Just, I like this, so it's good. I don't like it, so it's bad. There is no future tense. There is no past. Doesn't matter if it's a tradition. Doesn't matter how long it's been around. Doesn't matter what it costs in the future. I like it, it's good. I don't like it, it's bad. The end. That's their entire brain states. He didn't give a shit. He just wanted another grift. Yeah, I know he just wanted another grift, but grifting should make you fail at some point. That should, everybody knowing you're a grifter should make them stop trusting you, but it doesn't work for him, and I don't know why. Grifting is supposed to be a short-term gain. And all of his grifts are short-term gains. But at some point, we're supposed to stop listening to them. At some point, you're supposed to learn. But again, Trump fans don't learn. Just like I said, number 4, learn. They don't learn. Trump fans don't learn. Amazing. They don't learn that he's a grifter. They don't learn that he's been lying about all these things. They don't learn that this stuff is not true. Because they don't learn new things. They heard that he was a famous businessman in 1987, and he was on TV. There you go. Done. Over with. He's a famous businessman, and that's true. He's a very successful businessman because I heard it on TV in 1988. That makes it a fact for eternity. Trickle-down economics works. I heard it presented as fact in 1989. That means it's true for eternity. I can never learn a new thing because I am a conservative. That's how it works, apparently. Is the lack of planning skills a symptom of lead poisoning? Yeah, and we could get into that maybe. The severe amount of boomers with lead poisoning in their brains. Yeah, it's a thing, but I don't know. Maybe that's to blame. Maybe it's not. If Sewells, if Trump wins in 18 days. I don't think it's because of the boomers. Honestly. There are a lot of them, yes. But it's because the rest of us also didn't pay attention or weren't doing better. I have less lead poisoning than my grandma. You have less lead poisoning right now than your grandma. So there's a chance that all the people who are better could come up with a better plan, could run the Democrat, could run the DNC. But they don't. We can blame the boomers, yes, but we also have to take some responsibility for ourselves. 18 days, yeah, it's like less than a month away. Yeah, I think it's 18 days. November 5th is when it is, November 5th. And that's less than a month away. It's October 19th right now, so it's not much time. Anyway, what was the point of this one? The point of this one was conservatives hate being told what to do, but they really, really want to tell everybody what to do. Conservatives, gets that meme format. Conservatives, don't tell us what to do. Also conservatives, here's exactly what you need to do. Let's see. Okay, so what else do we have here? What else do we have here? Nothing interesting. This is dumb. This is dumb. And Kamala Harris promises full marijuana legalization. Is that a game changer? Not really, because she isn't like screaming it from the rooftops. If she were planning this, the Democrat says she will end cannabis prohibition and seeks to help black men profit from industry if elected. Did you hear about this? Because I didn't. She announced on Monday that if elected president, she would fully legalize adult recreational cannabis. Did you hear about it? She said it on like Monday. That was damn near a week ago, and you haven't heard anything about it. Some people have heard it, but because it was at her, oh wow, I can just hit that button. It was during her what was the thing called? Her meeting with black men or something like that. I don't know what the hell they called it. Because she's a Democrat, so that means you must compartmentalize all the people into voting blocks and then speak to them about only their most important issues. So she got together a bunch of black men and said, hey, why aren't you voting for me? What can I do to help you vote? And then she promises them things because she's a Democrat, and that's how Democrats operate. They're bad at messaging and explaining things and talking about stuff. So she's... For the first time, a presidential nominee has taken such an unambiguous stance on ending cannabis prohibition. As part of her pledge, she said she would help take steps to ensure that black men disproportionately incarcerated and disenfranchised by the war on drugs would stand to profit from the industry. So the reason you didn't hear about this is because it's so tightly tied to her meeting with black men. And the internet is a racist place filled with racist liars who are just screaming about the fact that she's doing things for black people only. And she's never going to be nice to white people, so they have to scream about that. So that's very loud, very classic, exactly. She met with black people. She said, hey, what are your issues? Okay, how can I help with the issues you're having? But as Dems are bad at explaining things, she didn't explain it the way I did. She said she had a black symposium to solve black problems. And then that makes the racists tick up, and they're like, oh, she's going to give loans to black people. What about me? In very typical racist on Twitter fashion, they just piss and moan, bitch and complain. Hey, she's offering something to somebody who isn't me. Why is this based on race? She's the real racist. Reverse racism is hurting me, the white man, again. This is why I can't get a job, is because I'm a straight white male, and straight white men are not allowed to have anything in America anymore. So it's tired, and they don't even try that hard anymore. And local police departments cry about once they will put on more brown people through the prison system if a plant isn't illegal. Yeah, I know. And then the cops are like, well, how are we going to make money? Well, maybe you shouldn't be making money. Maybe if you stopped killing people, you wouldn't have to pay out to the families all the time, and you'd have more money. Think about that. Just contemplate that for a minute. If you had to pay out less to victims, you'd have more money. And if weed is legal, we will need fewer cops anyway, honestly. It's what half of the cops in the South do all day, is chase around 17-year-olds who have a nickel's worth of, have $9 worth of weed in their pocket. Maybe you should hand over the firearm very calmly. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if weed is legal, what are the police going to do all day? Well, nothing. Then we can trim some of their jobs away and save money that way. But they won't accept that. They'll just start hassling you for crossing state lines to get an abortion or something like that. I don't know. That's what Shinsedo, you're in Texas, so that's what's going to happen. She federally legalizes weed. The Texas legislature, through no votes, makes it illegal again. Then, with their jaywalking will become a capital offense. The cops will have to watch for that. Leaving the state to have an abortion will become an illegal offense. Then that won't go for a vote. You know, the legislature will just choose that. They won't get to vote on it. Don't give them ideas. They already have this idea. And then all those cops who now, they'll need more cops. They'll need more law enforcement money. They'll need more tax money to pay for this law enforcement, because they're going to have to stop everybody who's crossing the state line to determine if they're pregnant or not. And then they'll have to like charge you for the pregnancy test or something like that. Either you bring your own and it has to be within so many hours or something like that, or if you don't, they'll have to give you one. And to make sure it's fair and equitable, they'll have to give one to everybody, literally every single human being who's crossing the border of Texas into New Mexico. Will have to pee on a stick to determine whether or not they're pregnant. All the men, all the children, all the babies, all the women, everybody, grandmas, everybody going to have to do that. And then they're going to charge you a nickel for each one so that they can make money. And then Elon Musk will call it freedom. Just that's how it works. He'll go onto the news and tell you that's how a free society operates. Ugh. So, yeah, that's the Freedom Report for today. I'm going to close that. I'm going to hit this button, and we're going to play some Vampire Survivors because I've only got 2 achievements left, and I know how to get one of them. Let's start up Steam. If you're watching, if you're paying attention, hop in the chat. Tell me what you're thinking, tell me what you're feeling. Go on over to the Discord, and you can leave links for me to talk about. You can leave fun memes. Valor dropped a cool meme in there that I haven't looked at yet, but it's about Ted Cruz being sad, so I like it. Let's see. Go on over there, share us your memes, tell us what you're thinking, tell us what you're feeling. If you want to debate people, you can do that in the debate channels all the time, anywhere on the Discord. It's fun. There are people there all the time. Very few people, but it could be more. It's amazing. Yeah. To get fair, they have to hold it down, hold it when I pee on this. Yeah. You're allowed to, well, then, Shinseto, if you get their uniform wet, they will have to charge you a cleaning fee, and then it'll be another couple of dollars. It's just nickel and diming you while calling it freedom. It's going to be great. Texas will be the most free place to ever exist because of all the money that they charge you to exist. I'm not too strict on the Discord. You're allowed to go there and do whatever you want, as long as you're not annoying. The only rule on Discord is don't be annoying. I think I've only banned one person from Discord, and it's because he wasn't making. It's Tony from KickChat. I don't know if he still comes by. He would every once in a while come into KickChat and say Trump 2025, and then make no arguments. I kicked him out of the Discord because we were talking about taxes, and he said the answer is a picture of Trump's face and a lady singing about Jesus. And then I would be like, hey, so how does this help with taxes? How does this help with the lower class? His answer was a picture of Trump's face and a lady singing about Jesus. And then I was like, okay, well, what are you doing about abortion? His answer was a picture of Trump's face and a lady singing about Jesus. And I'm like, okay, you're annoying now. John K, hey, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in. We just finished with my wonderful rants for today. So we're going to play Vampire Survivor. And I'm going to get these last 2 achievements. And I will have my blue ribbon back. And then I will take a photo of that blue ribbon and I will put it up on the Discord. Because it's important to me, damn it. I'm going to turn off the webcam. We're going to turn on the game capture. Finger flick. Very important to flick your fingers to make technology work. This makes technology work. It always does. Eventually. Make the technology work. Finger flicks to make technology work. See? I told you it would work, and it did. There we go. We make it big. There we go. And then we go over here, and we press the buttons. All right. I got 2 more achieves to accomplish today. TTS is still on, so if you're in... if you're in Kick Chat or Twitch Chat, do !TTS, and the lovely lady Canooch will read it out to us. I think. Or if you're in YouTube chat, you can do the !speak
Canooch
to say hello, Waldo. You can do that in the YouTube chat as well now. It's a little bit slower. And she had to...
Hello, Waldo.
Yeah, thank you. I apparently interrupted her from her cigarette break. So she got surprised. She was like, wait a minute. TTS, where'd that come from? So let's get these 2 achieves. So we need Space Dude here. We need to take him to Green Acres. Got it. And then we need number 20 on the number 20, XX. Boop, 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 bow. -8 cooldown for each empty active weapon slot. So what we do is we load this guy up. Oh, did I get it? Yeah, I did. Okay. So my cooldown is at -45 right now. So the next thing I need to do is not get any weapons. Only sub items. So the sub items I need are the book for sure. Definitely need the book. That's a weapon. That's a weapon. That's a weapon. We're gonna banish a weapon. No weapons. No weapons. She had to give a little install on the balcony so she'd get alerted to her need of her. Yeah. I interrupted her smoke break. She wasn't paying attention. That's okay. Those are all weapons. I don't want any weapons. I don't want any weapons. No weapons. So hit me with any hot takes. Have you seen any polls? What are the polls saying? Have you read any polls? Are they interesting? Are you paying attention? Do you believe them? Do you think that the polls are right? Do you think they're wrong? I really do have. I've given my prediction. Any predictions for the election coming up in 18 days? Anything you want to see while we're watching the elections? Anything you think I should put on the stream? Any kind of things like that? Hit me with anything you got while we're playing video games. It's free reign, open discussion about just about any damn thing. I'm going to take Torna's Box. Increases might, projectile speed, duration, area. That's a sub-weapon. You read a poll and it looked shifty. It's true. They are sometimes shifty. Shifty, dirty, dirty polls. Yeah, no weapons. Because I need to do an achievement. It's not my normal. It's not normal. You have to keep no weapons to get this achieve. But that does make it hard to play. I guess that's why it's an achievement. Weapon. No weapons. Get out of here. More weapons. Get out of here, weapons. So let me think. Anything interesting going on? Other than the dog getting his neutered, the kid got braces. So the Stream Jedi now has braces as well. It's a big deal. So yeah, kind of a big week. Let's see. Skull, not helping. Stone Mask is a sub weapon that I could take. Not that it's helpful, but. Let me think. Any good movies? What have I been watching lately? Dan to Dan. Everybody likes that, right? It's the Animu. It's good. Congratulations. Yeah, I know. Let's see. No, those are all weapons. We don't want any of that. So yeah, watch the Animu. Watch Dan to Dan. It's very good. Hollow Heart. See, that's an acceptable sub-weapon. But I need the book. The red book. That's what we need. Because that lowers my cooldown further and further and further. I need to get it to like 89% or something like that to get the achievement. Alright, no more sub-weapons if it's not the book. Because we don't want to get into we don't want to run out of stuff. I wouldn't happen to know of the YouTube channel someone who's... Yeah, I watch Cody Shody all the time. Extremely well informed about election stuff and American BS and so. Yeah, and he is very good. He is an inspiration to me. I listened to his stuff and listened to their podcast before I made my own channel. And yeah, I do like what they have to say. Shinsudo does too. Yeah, so yeah, they're very good. I think they started doing live streams too now as well. I mean, I think they only did the show. That's a weapon. I don't want that. And maybe a podcast, but I think they're doing live streams now as well, which is good. I don't think I watch their live streams. Just I don't have enough time with my own, and then the editing, and then housework and doing work stuff. So I don't think I have a whole lot of time for that. Yeah, they're probably the same reason. You're so far left. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Katie tries to both sides too much. Maybe. She's just trying to be. Maybe she's just trying to be the devil's advocate, perhaps. Valor. That's why they. You're so far left. That's good. Kind of. It is good to be further left. I think that is the direction that progress. I think that direction is necessary to progress. No weapons, more crown. Give me the red book. That's not a red book. Yeah, good point. Yeah, maybe she's saying not to laugh at people's beliefs. Yeah, she hasn't come as far as I have to say no, stop having beliefs. More weapons. The attractor. We're going to banish the weapon. Get out of here. Let's power up the phaser. Okay, the phaser is now maxed. We need the red book. And will she? And so, do we push for her to move left? Well, maybe not. Do we suggest that everybody has to move further left? Well, if we want to progress, we don't have to force people. But what's the idea? The idea is that you're correct most of the time, and people want to come hang out with you. Right? That's the idea that I'm trying to do. Be correct, tell people what you think, and give them a perspective, and then bring them along with you. And that's what they do pretty well at Some More News. They pay attention to what people are thinking. They deep dive into what is happening and why, and then tell you about it. That's what the news used to do. I know this sounds insane because I'm old, but if you just take the jokes away from Some More News, that's what the news used to be. They used to look at stuff and measure it and determine what happened and then tell you about it. And if somebody lied, they would tell you that they lied. If something wasn't true, they would tell you it wasn't true. If they were doing X and then saying Y, they would point that out to you. The news used to do that kind of stuff. They don't anymore. That's what investigative journalists were. They investigated and then found out what was true and what was not. That doesn't happen anymore because investigative journalism is expensive. And that's why nobody wants to do it. It's easier and cheaper to just look at Twitter than put Twitter on the screen. That's what they do at CNN. Have you watched CNN in the past decade? That's what they do. They just put, Twitter pages up on the screen. They just put somebody's Twitter and say, oh, reports are coming in that this guy did this. Well, from Twitter. Like, that's all they do anymore. And I expect me to do that. You should expect me to do that because I'm not a journalist. I'm giving my perspective on the things that happened. But the news should be hiring reporters to go out and find out what happened and then tell us. If you're running a live stream, great. Get your information from Twitter, measure it, and determine who's doing what. But the information that's on Twitter should come from news sources. Yeah, and that's why which side gets worse or less information. Yeah, I definitely think the right's getting worse information. They're pushing for that bad information though, because they want it. Yeah, Fox News did call that the illustrious hacker 4chan. I think they called it. They were like, from the anonymous hacker 4chan comes this and that. This 4chan person is saying this and that. Well, it's because they were dumb. They didn't know what it meant. They didn't know what it was. It's fine. That's not a red book either. Let's banish a weapon. Nope. I could be done with this if the fucking red book would just pop. Our Jesus does not love me. Because I'm going to die the minute I get that number over on the left. It says cooldown minus 45. Once that says 89 or higher, I'm just going to intentionally die. To get the achievement. And I could have done that already if you would just give me the red book. Not give me the red book. Very unhappy. So yeah, the news has shifted, I think. I talked about it on the last stream, but yeah, they were expected... up until the 1960s, the news wasn't expected to turn a profit. Later, somewhere around the 70s, they were like, hey, why aren't you making any money? You're losing us money. The head of NBC is like, dude, look at all this money we're losing on the news. People don't stick around. People don't watch. The advertisers don't pay as much as they do during The Tonight Show. So they had to make the news more interesting. And in doing so, you start creating news shows like 60 Minutes, where they harp on your feelings. They tell you a pleasant story. They tell you about this person. They introduce you to them. They make you feel for them. And then the terrible thing happens to them. And then they got kidnapped and damaged and harmed and hurt and all that fun stuff. And it's more fun to watch. I dig that. That makes sense. It's a TV show. I'm giving you a show and trying to make it interesting myself. But that's not what we want the news to do. Make the news boring again. That's what I think we need to do. PBS is boring news, and they just tell you the facts without any opinion, without any politics. But it's a little boring. It's a little dry. So what I want is all the news to be like PBS, and then I add the color commentary. You in chat add the color commentary. You guys add the jokes. I add the jokes. We point out these things together. That's the way it's supposed to work. You and I should look at Twitter and laugh at them. Not the primetime CNN anchor looking at Twitter and then reporting what's written there. Madness. We're all jacked up. Yeah, as a community, we should do that, Valor. Exactly. We ought to be doing that. Not the Primetime News Network. Can I have a red book, please? Please. That's not a red book. But that's the profit-seeking motive that kills everything in the country. Everything in America is poisoned with profit-seeking motive. You have to pay to live in your house, so you have to have money, so you have to make money somewhere. And that's the issue. The Fox News reporters need to pay for their houses as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, RNGesus is it gives you when I get up a level, it gives you things randomly, and it has not popped yet. That one random item I need has not arrived, and it's taking longer than I'd have wanted. Usually, I have the red book pretty early in most runs, but now that I really want it, it's not here. And yeah, so if the news is giving us the opinion, then we go online and discuss those opinions. They're going to be even further divided. I think it is the news media that's dividing us in this country. There's an old, I would compare it to an old joke I used to make about D&D. If you write a D&D campaign that's completely serious, if you write Lord of the Rings, your players will turn it into Shrek. And if you write Shrek, your players will turn it into Monty Python. And I kind of hope you follow me on when it comes to the news. The news, if they report things normally, 100% accurate, then we will go online and turn it into Shrek, turn it into jokes, turn it into silly, have fun with it. But if they start with Shrek, then we're going to turn it into Monty Python, and it's going to be absolute madness, nonsense, and it won't make any sense at all, and it'll be a mess. And I think that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the Monty Pythonification of the news right now. We're going to banish. Yeah, Valor, we've gotten into the habit of thinking that the news should be opinionated, and there's a left-leaning opinionated news on MSNBC, and there's a right-leaning opinionated news on Fox. That's not how it's supposed to work. They're all supposed to basically say the same thing. They're all supposed to give us the same facts, but that doesn't make them any money, so they've abandoned it in the pursuit of more money, as usual. If anything goes wrong in this country, you can find a way to blame capital and capitalism. As long as people need money to exist, then there will be people doing anything they can to get it. Yeah, we are swimming in a capitalist system right now. Everything runs for profit, everything runs for money, everything is done to turn a dollar. Even if just for virtue of the American influence world. Yeah, even everywhere else around the world as well. They have to bend to what America is doing. Yeah, you're right. There we go. That's nice. Let's get our tree. Where are you? There you are. Mad Groove. Go. Nice. That's not a red book either. I don't think the red book exists any longer. It's just not there. No more red books for you. Although you've had it in every single run since you began the game, but you get it every single time you play, except today. Ugh. Halfway through this level, too. I don't think I'm going to survive past 20 minutes if I don't have more than one weapon. The game knows what I want and is actively denying it to me. It's rude. It's been patched out as a last run. Good call. That's true. Hey, Waldo's close to getting his blue ribbon back. Get rid of that red book. Where'd she go? There she is. Die, Medusa, die. Burn. Wow. She's taking a lot of hits. Okay. That's not a red book. That's not a red book. There's the red book. Damn, finally. I knew it existed. There we go. Now we level it beyond, past everything else. Save the rerolls. Level the red book. And then we dance. Two red book levels. Nice. I think there's only 3 left. So what's our number at right now? What I need to do is get this number over on the left. See the red book over on the left says cooldown. Minus 69. Nice. Minus nice. Negative nice. 2 more levels and it should be above 89, I think. So 2 more levels to the red book. Then we can just die. Red book. I hope I don't actually chicken out and do try to do something. Well, you're not an American voter, right, Fowler? If I remember correctly, you're not. Not to out you or anything like that. Don't think I'm. Feel free to deny me if you don't want to get doxxed or anything like that. But yeah, I don't. There's nothing much to do. We all vote if we can, and if we can't, we just watch. That's all there is. You can support whoever's local to you. All politics is local when you really get down to it. And that's a good thing to do, if there's any local politics for you to do. Why aren't these guys dying? I can't get up levels. One more level. I need one more level of the red book. And then I can move on with my life. Watch me die right before getting it. I'm going to die at 77. 1 inch away from my goal. Don't you die right now. Don't you die right now. Levels. XP. Where's all the XP? I'm going to die. I can't kill anything because I only have 1 weapon. And the red book showed up so late that I can't get it and die properly. Give me 1 more level, please. 1 level. 1 level. Then I'll die happily. Fucking hell. Disgusting. Disgusting. Literally 1 level from accomplishing my damn goal. Is there anywhere that starts with the red book? Maybe the library. I'm going to do number 20. I'm going to get. I'm going to go. Does it have a red book? It does. It starts with a red book. Going to go get it. We're going to go get it. No, Valor, that's half the point of you being here, is to distract me and then laugh at me when I fail. I actually want you guys to do that. Why is everything upside down? Do I have it on upside down? Weird. Am I a maniac? I don't know. You're supposed to be here distracting me. That's the fun part. Any group of people want that man elected. Well, he makes them feel good. He makes them feel confident. And they have that blind spot. Remember the conservative blind spot that I pop up when I'm feeling cheeky. They ignore the parts they don't like about him, so that they can focus on the parts that they do like, which are him doing what they want. He hates the right people. He says mean things about the people they don't like. They don't like Nancy Pelosi, so he insults her. That makes them clap and cheer and be happy. They don't like Mexican immigrants who are going to take their jobs and their unemployment benefits. Somehow they're doing both. So they clap and cheer when he says things that hurt them. And the conservatives actually do kind of think the law is intended to hurt the people they don't like. They don't like, I mean, if you go to Reddit or Twitter, you can find just hours and hours of video of conservative people fighting against the cops because they don't think that they're bad people. The cops are there to hurt the people they don't like. That's the way they've grown up. That's the way they've looked at it. The people they don't like are the people who smoke weed and the brown people. So that's who the cops are supposed to harass. That's who the cops are supposed to harm. That's how they think the system actually works. They think that that's the intention of the police. Harm the people we don't like. Okay, I've got the red book and I'm only level 4. So this is an easier level. We're gonna banish. Wait. I'm gonna choose this and then choose an extra passive weapon. Yes, good. What do we want? We want the attract orb. Or the crown. Let's do the crown. So we get more XP. This means more levels. This means more levels toward the book. Well, why are they that stupid? Well, because they've been taught that their beliefs are more important than anything else. And it's not an accident that they've been taught that. I think politicians a long time ago figured, hey, I mean, belief being a method of control is very, very old. It's not new. Everybody knows that most religions were a way of controlling people. Great. Okay, so politicians have figured that out too. If we just tell them that their beliefs are the most important part about them, that the most important part of your identity is your beliefs, then they'll just tell you what to believe, and you'll believe the things that make you feel the best. It's insidious, and it hits them in a direction that they can't comprehend. They can't fathom the idea that their beliefs are wrong, because they've been told their entire lives that beliefs are important, and the most important thing about you is your beliefs. And if you insult that belief, if I insult a belief of a believer, even if it's not a religious belief, if it's a political belief, I believe in small government. Okay, well, I can use math and statistics to prove that, 1, no, you don't believe in small government, and 2, small government is actually bad. I have now attacked their very being. Their very soul is harmed by doing that. Which is, I came to this realization a long time ago, partly because of atheism, but also because of just paying attention. That the people with beliefs are the ones who are misled. So I tried to have no beliefs. And so I started thinking, well, what do I believe? Well, I believed a lot of things. And I just made it slightly better. Try to have no beliefs. Try to have thoughts rather than beliefs. Have ideas, not beliefs. level 5. Okay, we are at 85. I don't think that's enough. Is that enough? I thought it was 89. I'm going to Google it. Not kidding. I'm cheating. Yell at me if you want to. Come on, internet. Shit, I shouldn't have chosen my slowest browser, but it was the only one to wake up. Google, and I can't find my phone. Hell is my phone? Let's go to Google Vampire Survivors. What's the name of this achievement? It was. Yes, I'm using Google. I don't care. You can yell at me if you want. I don't care. TTS. Call me a cheater. I ain't gonna stop. Oh, it's 85 cooldown. Okay. I thought it was 89. I got my numbers confused. 85. Okay, so I'm done. Okay, I've accomplished. I got nervous. I saw the 85 and I was like, wait a minute, is it supposed to be 89? I don't know why, but okay, so now we're going to die. I can't die. I can't die. I can't die, you guys. I can't do it. I can't die. If I quit, does it still count? It might. Thanks for coming, Valor. I appreciate you. Let's see. What if I just quit? Does it count? It's only been 4 minutes. I can get this, accomplish this again in 4 minutes. So we're going to quit because I can't die. And if I pick up a weapon by accident, I'll lose the 85. So we're going to quit. And it counts. Whew. There it is. Okay. Achievement achieved. Cooldown bonus of minus 85 with Space Dude. Done. Now, what is my last one? Trigger Weird Soul Purifier with Santa Lodana. So I take Santa Lodana into... So I'm going to Google that one too because I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing it. Because I need this to feel complete. I am in my feelings right now and I'm not afraid to say it. Okay? I need to have this blue ribbon. It will make me feel. What is a Weird Souls Purifier? Okay. The Javelin Evolution turns rosaries into weird soul purifiers. Okay. I can do that. I think I have to have the spear and Santa. Sorry, God. Pop up. I hate you. Pop up. Thank you. Damn. Starting weapon of Santa Lodana. The thing. Upgraded chest. Any rosary, pick up a weird soul purifier. Okay. So Santa, then upgrade his weapon. Okay. We're gonna get it. Okay. We're gonna go to start. We're gonna pick Santa. I hate his weapon. We're gonna go to just my favorite Green Acres. It's inverted. Yeah, it is. We're gonna hit that. Go. Now, is it already evolved? No, I need the luck thing. Okay, so we need a clover. Okay. I can do this. That's not a clover, but homing missiles are good. Santa Claus with homing missiles. That's how we roll. I don't like any of those weapons. I like the guns, but I don't think I'll need them. I'm gonna reroll. Sure, hearts, whatever. Garlic. No, I don't really like garlic. Phaser's good, but I've been doing that a lot. Let's do the axes. Santa Claus with an axe. and homing missiles. Ho, ho, ho. Choose the extra passive weapon. There we go. And then we choose the clover. Brilliant. So we definitely got a clover now. Now we evolve. Now we digivolve that weapon. What did you call me? I called you Santa Claus with an X. Now we digivolve the spear, ice spear weapon, and we are cooking. We'll have our ribbon, and then I can feel complete again. Until next week when they realize that I've gotten my ribbon back and they do another free update to the game that I love. And then I get mad at them. Free video games that you love. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, how dare you? You bastards. Do I want any of that? No. Missiles, go. Homing missiles. Minutes away from the thing that I've been working on for weeks. And I'm going to take a screenshot of it and put it in the Discord. So if you're interested, go to the Discord and look at my snippet that I post here in just a few minutes. While you're there, tell us what you're thinking, tell us what you're feeling. Leave some political hot takes, or look at photos of Bobo. He is very cute, and I've got lots of photos of him in the Bobo the Baby Bark Boy channel. You can go there and you can look at them. And Photoshop them, because KBP photoshops them quite often, and it's very fun. I like it when he does silly things. Duplicator, yeah, I'll take that. More missiles. There we go. Yeah, let's do the crown. Pentagram, no, because that'll kill our XP on the ground. Javelin. Clover, just in case it has to be maxed out. We'll leave that on the ground so that we can digivolve here in just a minute. How close am I? 2 more levels on the thing, 3 more on the clover that may not be necessary. So 2 more on the javelin. We'll take the clover anyway. that it? That's one more level for the javelin. There we go. It's not even killing these fools. Just dropped the entire javelin on him and he did not die. I guess I don't have the spinach or anything either. XP. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Mere moments away. Are there any crosses on the ground? That's the next thing I think about. Max out that. Let's grab this. That's not what I wanted. Hey, we're gonna take the Gemini and we get more spears. Okay. Hey, we got 2 of them now. Hot damn. All right. Okay, now we need a few more treasure boxes to digivolve our spear, hopefully. Then we have to find a cross, which drop in this level every now and then. Maybe I should have gone to a different level. I get crosses in this level, right? Yeah, I remember like 2 or 3 in the last run. Just make sure not to pick them up too early. There's a boss. Do we need a boss? Get a treasure box. Let's go, boss. Hey, homing missiles. Shoot the guy. There he is. Thank you. 1 more level on that. 2 more levels on that. If this doesn't digivolve, why are you not giving me treasure boxes? Right. What are you doing to me? More treasure boxes. Go. How am I supposed to digivolve if you're not giving me treasure boxes? Loot goblin, die. Oops. Oh, is that because of the clover? Maybe the clover is causing me to get the cards instead of the regular things. Oh god. Killed myself. Played myself. 2 loot goblins. Can you fucking guys die? Please, thank you. Wow. It sucks so much at damage. Damn it. I'm going to save that for right now. Shit. Alright. This will sure go. Nope, not Digivolve. Alright. Come on, Digivolve. But now my clover's maxed out. Maybe the next one. Next treasure box. Should have picked that up first. Alright. Next treasure box. If I survive, good God. It's a little late, but I'm going to do it in. All right, Digivolve, come on. Yes, looks good. There we go. All right, Digivolve spears. Now, I just need to pick up one cross thingy before dying. A horrible, horrible death. There it is. Bam. Done. Nailed it. Gotcha. Giant eyeball appeared? Is that normal? Is it supposed to do that? Let's kill the eyeball before we die a horrible death, just in case that's part of the achieve. I don't think it is, but maybe. You never know. I don't recognize that eyeball. I've seen eyeballs before, sure, but that one looks special, so we're going to kill it. Probably just a normal eyeball. Alright, see, there we go. We got it. He was from the card, the dark asshole card. Yeah, normal skull. Okay. We can die now. Well, we can quit now, I think. I am getting hungry. It is past lunchtime. So, options, quit. We should have achieve. There it is. Done. Oh my god. Oh my god. 250 of 250. It feels so good. Quit. Bring up my Steam thing. Hang on. Wait for it. Oh, there it is, the blue ribbon. Oh my god, it feels so good. You guys, I feel so good. Oh, I have so many feelings right now. And I'm so happy that I go onto my Steam page and there's a little blue ribbon right there. And I'm gonna go to cut. I'm gonna take a snippet, hit new, and then little snip right there. And then we're gonna paste it into the general tab of my Discord. Oh, it feels so good to have that ribbon there. Oh, that's so nice. I'm whole now. I am no longer naked. I am now a complete human being. Until next week when they add another update and then they take it away from me again. And then I have to do this again and again and again forever for all this free entertainment and free happiness. You can get all that happiness for like $5. It's one of the cheapest games ever made, and I played it for crazy long. Anywho, thanks for being here. Shinsido, thanks for sticking around. Valor, thanks for chatting a lot. I appreciate it. You should have a whole lot of points. I know you may not be here listening because you said you were taking off, but you can do exclamation points to determine how many points you have, and I bet you've got a lot so far. My name has been Waldo, and it might continue to be later. Depends on if the woke mob doesn't cancel me. If you would like to have fun, come on back on Monday night when I do this again, basically. Monday night, Wednesday night, and Saturday mornings. That's my times. So Monday night, I'll be back with more headlines. If you want to tell me what headlines to talk about, you can do so at the Discord. Go right there. Go to Discord. And you can tell me what's going on. Carolinas, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Hop in there. Tell me what news items you want to talk about, what politics there are, and we can feel them out together. If you go to the Discord, tell me what you're thinking. Or hop on over to the YouTube link right here. And you can watch old videos. You can watch all the old live streams. I've got lots of them. I just keep up the live streams forever. And then the best bits from the live streams I chop up and turn into videos. So if you miss a week or if you're out for a while and you just want to find out about a specific topic, you can do that on the YouTube videos. And that is it. Go on over there. Smash the subscribe button, fondle the bell, break the thumbs up button, and stab someone in the comments, because YouTube is a violent place, and that's what happens, and that's what gets me the appreciation. If you go to YouTube and you smash the subscribe button, YouTube likes me. If you fondle the bell, YouTube rewards me. If you break the thumbs up button, YouTube rewards me. If you set someone on fire within the comment section, YouTube rewards me. It's a violent place. It is a dangerous system, but that's what happens. So I appreciate all of that stuff, and I'm done for today. I'll be back on Monday, like I said. And until then, I'm going to get out of here.